Sakim, can you hear me? Okay, how's the quality look? Is it lagging when I move the chart? What's up, Tom? Trolytics? So it looks like there's a little bit of a delay. Does anyone know how to fix that? I think that's a YouTube setting. Yep, that is GJ. Is the sound a little less squeaky and scratchy when I do that? Okay, sweet. So I'm gonna mark up GJ. So what else you guys want to look at besides GJ tonight? And I'll try and get a simulator and maybe do something tomorrow morning. Otherwise, we can just do some back testing on GJ and how it reacts at certain levels. Alright, yeah, we'll do. I'll mark up gold next. So as you guys know, 30-minute trend lines. Oof, look at that. Touches all three perfectly right there. And then we just got this. Make that pink, because pink, if you guys don't remember, pink is 30-minute levels, blue is 4-hour, black is the daily. So then we'll mark up this 30-minute zone we need to break for sells. Oh, why did I do that? And I believe there is a delay right now, but once I turn it off and turn it back on, I can change that. So I mean, we could target, if we break here, we could target that wick fill for sure. Yeah, 20 pips, that's not bad. Long term. Come on. Oh yeah, long term. Try to get down to there. If we break that, we're clear down to there. Which might happen. We might come down to this area. Honestly, anywhere in here would really make sense to drop down into there. I mean, it's pretty strong up top there if it gets into it. We got same zones. Yeah. I mean, if we get below this one, we're going to here. So that's a really thin arrow, holy shit. So we get below there, we know we're going to come down to here. But I would target this once market opens tomorrow. So I'm going to leave this set for what I look at tomorrow. You guys see those levels I have? So we got 142, 714 for a 4-hour level right here. And then the next important level I would say is going to be your 142, 172. So gold, we'll start on the daily. If you guys have any other stuff you want to go over, like just trading topics or mindset, psychology, another chart, just let me know. It's a Saturday, so there's not a ton to do, but I mean, I got nothing else to do, so if you guys keep throwing out ideas, I'll keep doing shit, so. Alright, so, right off the bat, we got a very good daily level holding right there. You could say we're in a little bit of a downtrend. Oh, no, we don't there. That. We start at the top. Or some people call this a wedge, I believe. So I'm marking on the daily, so we know that's a daily level. So I mean, if you drew a little line right here, it's kind of a descending wedge or whatever you want to call it. So once we kind of get up to here, we'll come back to here and eventually break above over here or below here. And if we break below, I think we could target right here, or even probably right here. That'd probably be a decent target to go first right there. Because then once we get into here, we got all this mess over here. What up, Johnny? Not a ton of viewers today. It's a Saturday, so I didn't expect too much, but this is all I do, so might as well hang out. Daily. Can mark daily right there again. So remember, black lines are all daily levels. That's what the 4 hour looks like. Zoom out a little bit, get a better picture. So what I like to see when I make these zones, right, is what happens when they touch them. So this daily level, every time we touched, this level didn't touch, but they all stopped in the same area. Every time they came to this area, price went up. If you look here, price went up, price went up, price went up, price went up. Then we broke through, when we came back up to it, price went down, price went down, price went down. So unless we break above here, which I don't think is going to happen, I think we're going to have to come down one more time, a little bit, depending on what kind of news is out this week, but I haven't even looked yet, so I'm not sure. But if we don't break above, so we didn't, we went back bearish again. So I think we could target anywhere safely. First target, I would say somewhere in here, just because that's a lot of wicks in there. We got some taps here. It kind of holds a little bit fairly well throughout. It breaks more than these two levels. So I would say, if anything, set a target here, break even, stop loss at break even, couple pips in profit, 10 pips in profit, and then I think it does need to come down to this level. Because every time we've gone up and down, we have touched. So we touched, couldn't break, came down, couldn't break, came down, but it is making higher lows. So you could even say, if you want to be safe, could kind of do something like that. And if we break this, then it kind of broke that uptrend, and it should head down to here or here. But I only like to use one trend line, and that was the downside, which is also why I think we're going to come down. and not break this, because didn't break it, came down. Let's look at the most previous touch. Come on. So you see how we touched it up here? You could say this, if I drew it differently, we could go here to here. But after it touches, you get a big move, and then you get consolidation, little consolidation, kind of just ranged around in here. And then we got another touch, came down, and we've just been kind of bouncing around in here. And there is plenty of opportunity in here, but it's not as nice as these moves, obviously. But I do think with what's happened previously, when we've gotten to this level, we come up here, we range, we don't break, we shoot down. Came back up to the level, didn't break, range. I think we will shoot down again. But definitely wait for confirmations. And we do have a bearish candle closing below these candles. And clean traffic, you can say to here on the daily, or this is the 4 hours, so that's even cleaner. So I think sells would make sense unless we break above above here long term. What's up, Mike? Sound is clear. So is the microphone not loud enough? Because I can just change the settings. Yeah, gold is really messy. Okay. I was eating while I was talking, so maybe that was part of it. But I think we can get some good downside moves on gold easily to here for safe targets. And if we got in somewhere right here, we'll say, and that's still 30-40 pips, so that's not too bad. So if you're going to write down the areas of interest, I would definitely have 1479, 800, or 804 is what I have. Yeah, I have some music playing here, but I don't know what YouTube's going to allow, so I'll have to figure that one out. But yeah, gold is definitely very messy. Kind of sitting in between these two levels right here. Kind of in between here. Just kind of held above there, then we stayed below, came back above, and now we're just kind of sitting around in here. That's probably because the Trump impeachment, it doesn't know what it wants to do. I don't think it's going to happen, but they can keep talking about it. And then the holidays might be slowing it down. I don't remember if I was trading at this time last year. I might have been in like my first month last year. First or second month, I don't remember. But I do remember it being a little slower. So that's kind of what I would look for gold, is something from one of these higher time frame levels. See if I can find a bottom one for you. Yeah, I mean, either of these levels would make sense. And see, it consolidated in there last time after it came up, came right back down. We came back up, just sitting in the same level. So if we break here, I think we'll head down to here, to be honest. AUD CAD, NZD CAD, or JPY pairs, okay. How's the quality though? Is it good enough? Ooh. Okay, cool. Once the stream's doing better, um, and once we get an apartment that is not in the middle of a cornfield, we'll get some decent internet and we'll make this a lot smoother. But I think for now, especially with how slow Asian is, I think it'll be good enough for now. At least get us started. Yeah, AUD CAD is ugly. I would buy it up to the top whenever you get bullish confirmation, and then just sell it back down once you get bearish. I mean, they got some clean moves, so that'll be easy to identify. I feel like you are at a, if you're going to look at this pair for Asian session tomorrow, I think this is going to be a very, we can go here. I think that's going to be an important level that it needs to hold above. And if it doesn't, you're probably going to look down towards, probably down to here, maybe here. Yeah, that one kind of range over there. Yeah, I think if you get below here, you go down to there. But if you do hold this level, which it might, because it looks like it was pretty strong. I mean, there's a big ass wick off the top of that level. So it could hold that level for sure, and then you're probably going to go back up and test the high. If not, come back up here. But with what the daily looked like, I would assume this level or this level are going to hold, and then you're going to go up to here, because I think it's got to come up and hit here, at least in terms of what the chart looks like. It's got to come hit here before it does fully come down back to here. So like if we look at this, right? Sorry, this move. Alright, perfect example. See how we came up about 3/4 of the way? We did not return to this level until we came up to here. Came down, came back up. Did not return, came to this level. This could be a little higher, and that would technically be touching. But I mean, if we scroll in, this isn't touching either, but it is the same level. So going up, we have not reached this level yet, so we need to reach that level before we can continue in the daily range. I wonder if it does it again. If we go back further. Yeah, I mean, same thing here. We touched, came up. This one actually touched twice, and then couldn't return and came back. Let's see what this one did. I wonder if this part that's not loaded came from the top. No, okay, so that pink line's actually lining up back here with this stuff in here, and then this consolidation and this little level right here. So yeah, the daily range must have started kind of bouncing after that. That makes sense. Yeah, I like those levels. So if you're going to trade this, I think it looks pretty solid depending on the news and the volume for the week. Asian last Sunday was good, so, and the week before, so I think we're going to be good again. Do I look at 1 hour? Yes, I look at the 1 hour. So when I take a trade, um, I like it to, if I have strong momentum in my direction, um, as long as the 30-minute close is in the direction of that momentum where I want to take the trade, that's fine. But if it's kind of ranging, which I wait for a breakout, but I like the 1 hour and the 4 hour to be in my direction. But I typically will trade off of an Asian session, the 30-minute for sure, maybe the 15. Same thing for New York, but once the New York volume kicks in, especially on GJ, um, sometimes if you wait for the 30-minute close, you miss like 20 to 40 pips of the move. So I've noticed after New York Open on GJ till about 9 o'clock, so that would be 2 hours, from 7 to 9 a.m. Central Time. If you catch a good 15-minute candle at a support or resistance on GJ, the odds are definitely in your favor for it continuing and not just reversing and being ugly. So, but yeah, that's what I see on AUD CAD. I think you're gonna head up to here to fill that, to finish the range that it's in. The only way I see it not following suit and continuing to range in the daily range, if some news for the CAD drove it down, maybe tapped here or broke through here, and then this would all kind of be void. Daily pip goal. No, I typically will just do 2 positions. I'll close one at 10 to 15. If it spikes up harder than that, then I got extra pips. The other one I will normally let run probably like 75-80%, the distance to my like ideal target. Depending on that, depends how quick it's moving. If it's just sitting in the same spot for like a 15-minute candle and it doesn't really go anywhere, I'll probably just take the 15 to 20 pips and get out and not hope for it to continue to head to target. It's just easier on me mentally to just get my money and get out instead of sitting and holding. Let's say like you get an hourly close, then you gotta wait for an hourly pullback, then you gotta wait for it to flip back in your direction, and I just would rather get in and get out and be done. Even if every trade I ever took went to my target every single time, but I had to sit through 3 hours of like indecision and hoping it was going to continue and the stress of it going up and down, or I could take a 5-minute trade and hit 10 to 15 pips every time and get out and only have those 5 to 10 minutes of stress. I would take that. Even though it's less pips, it's just mentally easier, and then it just keeps your confidence high when you are trading. And what was the other pair? NZD CAD. Those ones are always fun. NZDs, they're just super fun to trade. GBP NZD, the spreads I think the spreads are really high, but the pips you get with that are insane. Like this is probably, I don't even fucking know. Yeah, that's 40 pips. That's a nice move. Because this is not a big candle. If we blow it up, yeah, kind of big. Okay. Alright, so. Yep, exactly. This one might be doing the same thing, Margo. Yeah. No, same thing for NZD CAD. I'm not going to break this one down again because If you look at the daily, we got a really good level here, here, here. I'll mark it just so you can see. But here, 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 we're just ranging in here. I wouldn't even trade the range on this just because of this level. I would wait for a breakout above there or below here, or even a breakout below there to fill that wick to there. That would make sense. But yeah, I wouldn't even, I'm just going to move that line because anything in here you're not going to want to pay attention to. So that's another thing I'll do with my zones. If, let's say, I have a daily level right there, and then I have a 30-minute level right there, and we get a close below this daily level but not the 30-minute level that I want to trade from, I don't want to see that and be like, oh, that's going to be a trade because of this. But my original plan when I started the morning was to wait for a break below here. So if two zones are that close and I'm waiting for one to break here to like execute, I just completely ignore it because yeah, we could get like a push up and then it holds bullish above that level, but if I just wait for a break above here, it'll be a much better trade. Plus clean traffic up there, got a nice little range to go fill, so it would just be easier. I used to trade in between here, and it was just really messy and not fun, to be honest. So let's check out EJ. JPY. Alright, let's try to get to 20 viewers. I know it's kind of boring, but tomorrow will be much better, hopefully. I mean, it's Asian session, so it could be more boring than this. I'm going to try and get that delayed fixed, and then try to make sure the sound and get some music or something, just to have some background noise, because I don't want to talk the entire 3 to 5 hour Asian session. What's up, Fresh? I'm not sure what I'm going to do about Zoom yet, because I don't know how much my internet can handle. I might have to do it. I might have to do Zoom on a different computer. I'm thinking I'll have to do it on my laptop on our other Wi-Fi connection, but then you won't hear that on the stream, which kind of sucks. So I'm trying to figure that out. The Zoom might just have to be separate for now until I have the internet to do that. Actually, let me try it right now. Let's see. Thank you, Boris, Sakeem. I hope it's going to be good enough for people that don't know me, that probably don't like me like you guys do. For like strangers, hopefully they will see it and appreciate it and think it's good. I think if we're making money, the quality doesn't really matter in terms of the candlesticks. So we'll see. Let's see if we can handle this. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. So Zoom will be separate. It just won't come through on YouTube for now. But if you're in the, if you're joining the Zooms, it might be a little more entertaining in there than in here for now. But let's see what EJ's doing. So I think we're going to come into some trouble right around here. Maybe a little lower. Maybe like right there. We'll say right there. So we could just be retesting here to come up and fill this wick up here. Because if it doesn't want us to go up, I don't see why it would have kind of done that. Let's look at the, excuse me, so we could say daily, yep, so we line up there, and then over here with those wicks right there, so that level would make sense. 4 hour. Yeah, I think it will be. I just got to figure out how to get this little delay off. So if anyone knows anything about Streamlabs or YouTube streaming, message me. I know there's only 18 of you, which I appreciate. If you know anything about streaming, message me so we can get the delay off, so when I call out a trade, you guys can actually take it in time. It's not true, but I traded during the holidays, even New Year's Eve, not like New Year's Eve morning, New Year's Day, I should say. New Year's Eve morning, not New Year's Day, and then I traded the 26th, 27th, 28th. I don't know which ones are weekends, but if it's a weekend, I obviously didn't trade. And then I didn't trade the first, and I came back the second, and there was plenty of volume to take a trade. It was a little bit less, but nothing crazy. I would say if your pair is just ranging really, really hard, and it doesn't break out, I would say maybe wait till after the new year. And then, I mean, just check it out. I mean, just because someone says something doesn't mean that's what you gotta do. If someone says, I'm gonna go jump off a cliff and hopefully I live, are you gonna go jump off it with them? Probably not. So, I mean, it doesn't, I'm not saying go try that to learn, because that's definitely not gonna work out good. But maybe someone else was just repeating what they heard and they've never even done it or experienced it either. Thank you, brother. Poochie. Alright, but I'll finish marking up EJ. So normally, if you remember, I said when there are two lines really close like this, I just delete one. I'm not going to do that with this one because this is a daily level and then a 4 hour in terms of most recent. Plus some stuff, actually. Only stuff that lines up is back there. And if we get past that wick, which I wouldn't really normally consider, I think we're going to be fine. So, plus clean candle. If the 30-minute shows some stuff up here, then I'll add it in. But in terms of 4 hour, that was our resistance. We never retested, so we'll just be coming to retest on the 4 hour to head back up. And the person who asked about the hourly, if you're wondering if I use zones on the hourly, I do not. So I execute on the 15 and the 30 minute, so I will use 30-minute zones. but I like to go in the direction of what the higher time frame zones are telling me. So like, let's say I came to the chart at this time right here in these candles, and I seen last time we got to this 4-hour level, we were holding and we didn't go below. So once this one broke below here, I would have waited for this one. We came back bullish. Once we would have broke the high and came back up here, I probably would have taken a buy. If we go to the 15-minute, we probably, if that's even during a session time, let me see. No, so that's actually 1 a.m. Let me see if I can find an example where I was trading. So yeah, I don't have any zones up here. There's an example over here. I mean, I guess, no, that's still not. Yeah, I don't have any zones marked for an example, but once the market opens, we'll get plenty tomorrow. Yes, sir, Boris. You should make that Boris J, and then we would be famous streamers for the UK. But yeah, if the stream is good enough for now, which it sounds like it is, that's super awesome. I was really worried that my internet wasn't going to cut it. It doesn't really cut it because I can't do Zoom and this at the same time, so you guys can hear everyone talking except me, unless. Hold on, I got an idea. Chris, get on, Chris and Sakeem, if you're both here, get on Zoom real quick. I want to try something. So I'm thinking, because my mic for my desktop, where I'm doing the YouTube at, it picks up every little noise. So if my laptop is loud enough, it should be able to hear and pick that up. But yeah, I'll be doing Asian session. I'll be taking a couple-day break during the holidays. But I'm going to be back before everyone else is back. Just because I love trading, and I'm really excited for the... Yeah, my 720 is a little high, I think. I'm going to play around with the settings again when we're done, but 480 is about the quality that's going to cut it for now. But, I mean, nobody else is doing Asian, and as long as I can get the delay off and call the correct trade, I think you'll be able to understand by looking at your chart what I'm looking at. I don't think it'll be too complicated. It's not like it's like a Call of Duty game where you need to be able to see the graphics. I mean, if you see a red candle, it's probably a red candle. If you see a green candle, it's probably a green candle. So it's a lot easier to kind of get away with it. But yeah, and if the stream starts doing really well and taking off, and we're getting like, I don't know, like 500 to 1,000 people in Asian session every time, it'll definitely be, we'll be upgrading for sure. I'm just not going to go and move into an apartment just for this just yet, in the hopes it does good, but if it does start to do good, then I'm definitely going to take that leap for you guys. and for myself, because that would be a lot nicer in my opinion, even though where I live is extremely fucking nice, but it's not mine, so signed out. Yep, that's fine. So yeah, I know it's not great, Luca, but like in terms of looking at charts, as long as you have a chart in front of you, I feel like the concept will be pretty easy to get, and then it'll still be like less lonely. So I'm gonna see if I'm logging in my computer right now. Damn, it looks like I'm balding. Chris and I are gonna look alike. But to finish up EJ real fast, while we wait for this thing to load. So close below here. If the traffic is clean, I like sells. Buys above here to here. Maybe hold a runner up to here, because we didn't really get a retest up here. So I think we're either going to hold this level or fake out and then head up to retest it. Just because whenever you get a break, you get a retest. Not right away, but you always will get a retest of that level. So like here, pulled away, came back. You could say, like, tested it. You can get more than one retest, but it's coming, Chris. Damn. I'm gonna turn the video off because I look a little rough right now. Invite. And for if anyone is curious about the Zoom, I'll be posting that information after tomorrow or after the new year. I haven't decided yet, but here we go, Chris. Here we go. And then when Chris joins, let me know if you guys can hear him and how it sounds. Because if it sounds like shit, then I'm not going to do it. But if we can get away with it, I think it'll be good. I'll turn the volume up. Only thing is, if I share my screen on... Oh, this is just a shit show. So to have TradingView up, I'd have to upgrade it to have it on 2 screens. So I think Zoom's just going to be talking, I think that'll work. And then so originally Asian session is not in my plan. No, the one I have printed in front of me says trading time 5 to 10 a.m. pair GJ, but we've had a lot of success in Asian session. For one, fact number 1. Number 2, nobody streams Asian session because it kind of sucks, which makes it lonely for everyone who does trade it. So I felt like that was a good niche or something to just tap into, because nobody is doing it. It's not like New York or London where a bunch of people are streaming it. Nobody does Asian because it kind of sucks, which means the people that are trading it all by themselves probably get really impatient, probably get really fucking bored, and they would want to trade with someone, but they can't trade during New York or London. I can trade. Yeah, I hear you. I can trade all 3, so it kind of just worked out. And then I've always been into like YouTube or something, and I've always wanted to do some sort of like YouTube channel or streaming, or just like find a way to reach more people and help more people than just my Telegram, and make it more interesting than just like kind of like texting back and forth. So that was kind of the other thing that appealed to me. Plus the fact that, I mean, if it does really well, I mean, it could replace my part-time job, and then that would give me more free time to actually like coach people one-on-one and stuff like that. Alright, so you guys talk. Let's see if it people in the chat, let me know if you can hear them speaking.
Alright, man. You sound good here on Zoom, but it's alright. It's not too bad on YouTube. It's just a little bit kind of, sometimes it gets like a little echo, but it's okay, man.
Are you on YouTube still? Can you hear yourself talk?
No, I can't, because then you'll hear me again, if you know what I mean. Then I can see you. You look famous. You're on my screen. Can you see your video?
Yep.
Famous, right there.
Yep. Yeah, it hasn't dropped any. Oh, okay. It just dropped. It dropped a few frames, but I think that's when I tried the.
It will do if you keep doing a lot of different things, but I think you might be alright, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think I'll need to move too much during the Asian session once I get my zones up.
Can anyone in the chat hear what's up?
Yeah, can you guys in the chat hear Chris or Sakeem talking?
Hello.
Hold on, I'm gonna move the mic over closer to here. I think that'll work well.
Alright.
Alright, try and talk, Chris.
Can anyone hear me? Good evening. What are you trying to do? Trying to pick it up through the mic from your computer?
Yeah, I'm trying to have my mic pick up your guys's.
Yeah, I keep saying.
Because it picks up me like moving my fork or spinning my chair, so.
Yeah, it might be a bit tough. Never know. But I can hear stuff in the background. It's pretty cool though. But this channel don't look too bad. The only thing that is a little bit blurry on my screen is the words on the right hand side. Like, you know, like it says details, headlines. I can still read it, but I just have to really think.
Where it says what? Details and.
Oh, you see where you got like the charts and stuff down the side on the right?
Yeah, I keep that minimized though, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that I can see on your YouTube screen. It's a little bit kind of blurry. I mean, I can see the numbers. They're a little bit blurry, but I mean, if you're zoomed in a bit more, then that'll be alright, I think.
Yeah.
So I can work out where we are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think by looking at the chart, if you have one, you'll be able to figure it out.
Uh-huh.
And I think because nobody's doing it and Asian is lonely and whatnot, it'll be good enough for now.
Yeah, that's not too bad, man. I can see what's up.
Yeah.
I kind of got mine nearly done as well now, so I've got, I haven't really got much to do now. I've done like a banner page and stuff. Everything's kind of nearly finished, man. So it took me ages, but I'm about done now.
Okay, hold on.
I'll send you a picture. I just whacked it on Instagram, actually.
Okay, how's the sound now, Poochie? Is it louder? Chris, talk a little bit.
What's up, Poochie? Can you hear me now, bro? Yeah, I think it's because, I mean, I haven't changed my settings. I can't turn mine up, really, but...
I put the mic...
unless you can turn yours up, Paul.
Yeah, I put the mic closer.
Ah, did you?
And I turned it up.
We can figure that out, I'm sure, man. We'll be able to figure something out.
Oh, hold on, I can turn it up on here, too.
Yeah, that's what I thought, maybe.
Alright, how is it now? Is it too loud?
What's up? What's up?
Okay, I don't know if the chat's delayed.
Yeah, it will be. It's about 2-3 seconds normally. That's kind of, everyone gets that. That's what streamers get, man. So.
I think it was like a minute or two.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, when I was watching it on my phone, it was like a minute. It was like 20 seconds delayed.
Oh, really? Okay. I mean, normally it's like 2 to 3, 4 seconds max. So if that's the case, we'll have to figure a few things out. But.
Yeah, Poochie, did it get better again, or did it get worse? Because I made it a little. I changed the volume settings.
Hello. Poochie, what's up? No, I think it's probably, like you said, if there's a delay, we'll see what the next comment is then.
Yep. Well, this is sweet. It worked out a little bit.
Hey man, that's cool. That's cool.
I'm glad. I went and bought a 150-foot Ethernet cable.
Shit, that's big.
It was sweet. Thank you, Poochie. Appreciate it. It was
Good one, man.
way too long. I needed maybe 30 feet, 50 feet.
Yeah.
There's a giant roll just sitting on the floor.
You might be able to, can you take that back and get a smaller one? Because the smaller it is, the quicker it will be.
I could, but I already unrolled it all the way through the house and through the office, so.
Oh, okay. Nah, that's alright. As long as it works, man, it works, you know. I'll send you a picture, man, on your Telegram.
Oh, you sending me nudes?
Yeah, man. Dick pics.
Let me minimize this. I mean, I'm sure we'd have to zoom in for you, but.
Oh, you know.
Well, sweet. I'm glad it sounds good.
Yeah, it's good, man. I think the chat doesn't look too bad. I will have to see what it's like when it's moving. You know, like if you want a lower time frame, like 15, whether it causes a problem. But I think it'd be good.
Yeah, I'm gonna try changing the settings one more time when we're done, and see if I can have a lower bit rate and just a higher quality, and see how that works.
Is that still using that OBS?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's loads of settings in there. My brother's pretty spec on that, so I can find out some stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some more YouTube stuff and.
That video's pretty good, man. That I sent, that first one.
No, I didn't learn anything from that one. That one didn't even. When I went live from that one, it didn't go live.
Yeah, but you had it all set though, no? To get so you can actually link.
Yep.
Because you got to put that code and stuff.
Nope. No, it connected really nicely.
Did you not have to put a code in?
Nope, it did it automatically. I just had to sign in to YouTube.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I had to go and find a code from YouTube to add to my labs, and that was a nightmare. And I couldn't find it. You see, that's what took me ages.
Yeah, YouTube was giving me that, but it didn't need it. It signed in with my login.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. So, like I said, I don't know who's still in the chat and listening. If you do want Zoom access, I will make that information available soon. But for now, it's just going to be a select few, 3 or 4 people that have been doing it for a long time, that have good input. And then there's Chris. I mean, we all know he can't trade, so but he's got a cool voice, so I figured he would at least entertain people.
I'm just here to steal the subscribers, man. That's all.
We hit 100 too. I was so surprised. That was so awesome. That was so awesome.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to give me a shout out on your page, man.
I will. One of my buddies, D Gibby Fit. I don't know if you guys follow him or know who he is. He's a phenomenal trader as well, and has a really cool YouTube. But he has 120K, so I told him to give me a shout out.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Alright, man. Well, as long as it's working, that's cool. I'm going to get off, man, because I'm going to go to bed. But I'm glad you're all up and running, man. But yeah, have a look at that picture, see what you think's that image I sent.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I totally forgot.
That's all, man. No, you're doing your thing. It was just something I was just playing with, see what you think, what it looks like. And then, cool to have some input.
Oh, you going to make me one?
You want me to make one of them?
Yeah, that's sexy.
That's good, no?
I like it. Yeah, make mine the same, but with like an Asian flag.
Lunch session with Japanese flags.
Yeah, just Japanese flags.
I'll see what I can sort out. It took me fucking ages, to be honest, but I'll can figure it out. And now I've done it once, I think I should be able to do it better again. So cool. I've got a little app now to use on my laptop, which I can do. Ooh. So it didn't take too long once I got the hang of it. It's just choosing the fonts and the sizes and colours and stuff. It just took forever. So yeah, but that's kind of going to be like my, you know, where you've got like mountains and stuff. That's that bit. So yeah, man, we'll see. But it's just an idea for starters. So it's up and running now anyway. So if you all want to follow, hook me up. So anyway, I'm going to do one. Have a good rest of the day.
See you tomorrow. Are you coming on tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure. I'll be about tomorrow, man. At some point, I've got I've got loads of that YouTube stuff to finish up as well, so I'll be on the laptop or PC at some point for sure.
Okay, yeah, I will probably be talking to you in a couple minutes anyway, so.
Yeah, cool. Alright, buddy. I'll catch you in a little while.
Alright, see you later.
See you later, guys.
Um, so if you guys don't have anything else you want me to go over or look at, we can call it. If you have something else you want me to go over, I'll go over it. Like I said, I have nothing to do all night, and my lady won't be home till midnight, and it's 9:30. So I will stay as long as you have stuff to do. Alright, well, I'm going to take that as you guys are good. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is 7 o'clock Eastern. We will be live and ready to give Asian a beating. So, I'm going to probably be, if you have notifications on, it's probably going to be popping on and off a little bit for the rest of the night while I play with some settings. But, otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you for the subscribers and for coming out. It was super, super awesome. Oh, and if you're wondering, Junior is me. I don't know why it says that. I gotta change that. But that's why I wanted to do this test run. If you want to send your chart, I'll go over it quick. I didn't get a chart. Um, yeah. Yeah, it didn't work, Poochie. Send it to me on Instagram. Just send me the trading view link, and I'll look it over for you. That's my Instagram right there. So just send it there. I'll check it out for you right now. But I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna play with some settings. Yep. Thanks for coming, Poochie. And everyone else, thank you, thank you. I will see you guys tomorrow, and we're gonna make some money.